Yo, the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Smash Productions or its affiliates.
Finally TV.
I struggle with addiction and alcoholism, so
This is an ugly nigga, bro. How you feel your boy's soul got sucked, boss?
the podcast.
Creating the demise of humanity.
Booga booga doo, nigga.
It's hard work, man, like you said, but
He says, good looks, my nigga. I'm like, nah, said, do me a favor. Make sure you never call me that.
That's a lot later than I thought.
That's what she said. What's going on, y'all? It's your man Smash coming at you with another episode of Smashcast Live. We out here, Valentine's Day.
Is that something you want her to say, though?
What?
She said it feels kind of lighter than what... Never mind. Go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
I'm dead.
My bad, bro.
That was funny.
Listen, bro, not all, you know what I mean? Not they ain't all fucking gigglers. Some of them
Gigglers?
Gigglers.
I'm just kidding.
Gigglers.
You ain't played Pokemon. You don't know what that nigga look like. You don't know what bro is.
I know a little bit, but not enough.
All right, that's one of the that's Gen 5 rock Pokemon. That's the Geodude of Gen 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what they look like. I don't always know what their names are, if that makes any sense.
Gotcha. There's 1,000 of those motherfuckers, and I know every one of them.
Dang.
I don't.
That's great. See, that's me with the song lyrics, though.
Got you.
Bees like that.
So we out here, R&B Lounge. We're still here,
We still here.
and we ain't queer because it's Valentine's Day. We don't do that shit here.
Dead.
But we are at the R&B Lounge where you can play Twister with your mister.
Nigga,
Special
what?
guest.
Nigga,
Does that apply?
what?
You my mister?
Bro,
Then shut the fuck
no,
up.
but I'm just saying, like, bro, why you had to say that? That's all
We out
I'm
here.
saying.
Ike Stay Ike Dixon.
You know it.
Pause.
Naomi. Not Naomi Watts, just Naomi.
Yeah, I know, right?
Gotcha.
You saw how he put
Or
that.
Naomi Campbell.
There you go.
You saw how he put that emphasis in the Dixon, though, right?
Dixon.
Tripping,
More like Dick Shun. Get it right.
crying.
You know, you gotta pronounce your consonants.
We got a shoulder run. Go.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Go.
See you later. All right, we're going to get into it. Listen, it's Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. Perfect time to announce I am single dingle.
Single dingle. Never heard of that in my life. I've heard single Pringle, but not dingle.
Ain't no
Something's
such thing
wrong
as a
with 'em.
single Pringle.
That was interesting. You're
Ain't
right,
no
because you be eating all of them. Screw it.
Yeah,
Whole can.
That's it.
The sleeve.
Knock it down. Mm-hmm. Don't stand a
Throw it
chance.
back.
Yup.
Pause.
Please.
Please.
So yeah, I am single dingle. There's a story behind that. And I think a lot of people be single dingle this time of year, right?
Not me.
Some people be cuffed up. Some people leave. Some people just get into relationships. Beautiful time. Nick, I actually think we'll turn off that fan, please, sir. I actually should have told you that before we started this shit.
But he was
Someone
ready
got
to do it.
excited.
You know what? He
already.
definitely. I know
waiting
he was.
for
I know
you.
he was. I didn't think to tell him before we. Sorry, thank you, sir.
Bees like that.
Yeah, I didn't even think. My fault.
You gonna make mans get in the camera after he done told you he don't want to be in the camera?
You said you didn't want to be in the camera. I thought you just didn't want to talk.
See what I mean?
He good. He chilling.
I'm dead.
He chilling. All right, yo, man. So, you know, being single ain't that bad.
No. You can reflect on
Nah,
yourself.
It ain't that bad.
nah, not really. I understand wholeheartedly.
You know, it hurts like hell, but you know, I mean, after the fact, especially since she was my first relationship. But you know what? We were both fucking up. We were. There was a lack of respect and a lack of communication that followed it. But
On both sides?
On both sides. You know what's crazy? We were both open and honest with each other about what needed to happen, but there was that.
What she say? You need to lose weight or something? What she say, bro?
She didn't say I needed to lose weight until the end.
Oh shit!
Also, like throwing it in your face.
Like,
type thing.
nah, she wasn't throwing it in my face. She said, no, here's what.
She said, "Get a life, you fat fuck."
Yo, stop!
You know how hard it is to fuck fat?
I said it ain't that hard, but okay.
Whoa.
It was harder than you think, but all right.
Yikes.
Big
Ouchies.
yikes.
Nah.
Giant, huge. No. Let me rephrase that. Giant, huge Donald Trump yikes.
Jinkies.
Jinkies.
Go ahead.
Zoinks.
Yoinks.
So, nah, it was. You know what? It was gonna happen. It was. I felt it. I felt it. It was gonna happen.
Don't you just hate that?
Months before it even happened. I felt like I don't even know if we're gonna be together at the end of this year.
I remember
I
that.
feel
I
you.
remember that conversation you had with me.
And it was cause. No, it was. So it basically it was like this. It was a long struggle of. We both. Long story short, we fell in love with each other's innocence.
Okay.
I was still a virgin, and she.
No,
She was a victim of. I don't want to put her shit out
Circumstance.
there. Yeah, she was a victim of circumstance, and she wasn't into sex like that.
I understand.
Yeah, and but that was just already her. She was more sapiosexual. I'm more physical, and she couldn't deal with. It just wasn't her thing, and it turned her off even more.
He said, "Baby, I need some sugar."
Yeah,
Come on.
and then she.
How you gonna Barry White yourself like that?
I couldn't get enough of your love, you know. So she couldn't. So she couldn't.
Sorry, go ahead.
It was. So what is it? So that drove a wedge, but we managed to work through it,
Right.
try to work through it, and I actively tried, not because I wanted some, but because it was like I saw you were in pain.
Right.
You were actively in pain, and it literally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and part of why she was into me was because she didn't think she needed to try with me. False.
Ouch.
I'm a testosterone-fueled
You
male.
are a male.
You know, testosterone-fueled man who lifts weights. So my shit is even higher.
It's a pussy.
Pussy. So, what are you doing?
Getting her testosterone.
You keep dropping this fucking mic.
Yo.
You better pick this shit.
Dying all
Drop it on the table, nigga. Don't lean it this way.
Why you think I put it down?
Thank
I did what
you.
I
She knows that.
I'll be dying all
I know myself.
day,
69
brother.
episodes and you fucking up still.
Yeah, brother.
69.
That's the beauty of this. No, this is 68. No, I'll shuffle it. Fuck it, 69.
Fuck
Why
it,
not?
brother.
You know, Valentine's
You'll
Day.
make it
Exactly.
69.
Exactly.
You know, it's just
Yeah. Where did you find this one?
Is that a legit question?
you want to know.
Let me finish my story. This is about me. It's about me. Excuse you. I'm venting.
Go ahead, then.
So we fucking yeah, bro. I was trying and she wasn't, and it was like she thought she didn't have to try. And that's being honest. I mean, I could be botching a little bit, but it was like she didn't think she would have to try. And it was like, yo, like you get into another relationship. That's bullshit.
Right.
Not too many guys out here is sapiosexual. It's more of a female thing. And it was just like, like I said, we worked through it and the love got there. The love was there. There was genuine love.
Right.
But it came to a point where it's like I got incredibly busier than I've ever been. And she couldn't, she was trying to get through her stuff and it drove a wedge in between us. Because I was new to all this activity in my life.
Right.
And I didn't know how to juggle all these balls.
Right.
And I guess now that
Pause.
Hey, yo.
I had to say the pause. Continue.
So I was juggling balls.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
Balls. So
To the walls.
then I couldn't. I had to maneuver through all these waters, and I didn't know how to, and I was actively trying to. And we've had many a conversation about it, and I wasn't able to spend a lot of time with her, and she wasn't, and she made the effort to spend time with me, but then there was a lack of effort afterwards.
Right.
And it was just like I didn't feel like I could spend time. I didn't feel like there was a reason to spend time because after a certain point, it was like, what's the point? Nothing's even gonna happen. So it's like I felt like, fuck it then.
You need a hug, homeboy?
Nah, that's the reality of the situation. I'm good, man. This is how it was. I've already had this conversation with myself many a time, and I'ma still have it, cause it's real like that. And You know, I mean, you see me stressed the fuck out, bro. You see me yelling and screaming, ready to fight somebody, bro. You know, acting out of character. You know what I mean?
Yelling and screaming out, ready to fight somebody.
I've been upset eating my spaghetti. I'm not like I'm violent, bro, but it's just like
I've been depressed or
stressed,
espresso.
I've seen you stressed.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you ready to fight somebody ever.
I'll be fighting the air, bro.
The only person I know that you fight, I don't remember. I don't think I remember.
Yeah, I never fought nobody. I'm not a violent man.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I've played
You're
with
right.
people, but I've only ever fought one person. It was because they wanted to fight me, and like when I asked them why, they couldn't even give me an answer. They were just like, "Cause I want to," and it was a guy, by the way. So I was confused, and I was like, what?" And then he went to swing at me. I went, "Whoa, what are you doing? Like, you still didn't answer my question. I don't know why you want to fight me. I didn't do nothing. We haven't talked in like XYZ amount of time." He's like, "Cause I just feel like it," and he was really actually trying to swing at me. There's a point in time where he knocked me like in my chin or something. I forgot what exactly happened. I ended up having to like, in a way, tackle him to the ground. I got on top of him. I started like punching him like somewhere. I forgot where. I think I smacked him a few times in his face.
You
I
sissy.
don't even remember. And I was like,
you
if you
fighting girls.
ever touch me like that again, we have a fucking problem. And he never, ever tried to touch me again.
Oh,
Or tried to
puss-
hit me again. Or fight me.
oh,
And
pussy
at the
ass boy.
time, I think... Never mind. I was going to say, it wasn't someone who was white.
Oh, pussy ass boy.
No matter what.
And, so, yeah, I was just confused. I don't understand. I didn't understand at all. But that was the only actual fight I've actually been in, because the other ones were just play fighting. But that one, he actually was trying to cause harm for me, and I don't know why.
It's fucked up.
I was lost.
Word. Bitch.
Pussy.
Pussy.
And he ended up being the same person that... I can't remember because they were twins. It was either his brother or him tried to... I'm going to say it this way. Hurt me sexually in my own room. I'm going to put it that way. So I ended up being a person who did that as well. So it's like fighting me wasn't enough. Now you had to do that. It was weird. I was very confused. I forgave too easily when I was younger because I shouldn't have forgiven him trying to fight me, and I just didn't know any better. It was dumb.
Gonna get to that in a second.
Oh, jeez.
I remember your fight, Travis.
That we were sparring. That wasn't a fight. That was a sparring.
Nigga.
And he pissed me off
You
because
punched the
gave,
shit out of
I
that
gave him
boy.
specific direction not to. I just wanted to work mitts. I didn't feel like hurting nobody.
Bro,
that
you
day.
punched the shit out of that boy.
Probably
You
'cause
punched him
fucked
so
up.
hard he became an inch taller. For real.
I didn't feel like hurting anybody, bro. I just wanted to work mitts. I just wanted to work mitts, and he wasn't listening.
Bro, listen, it was a moment where I was teaching this dude how to box. I had my boy with me. You remember Travis?
Of course I know Travis.
Yeah, bro. Freaking, I had him go at it with him. Man's hit him a couple of times. He wasn't having it. Hit him one solid. It was a solid swing, bro. Saw his head go up, bro. He gained another inch. From
He
that
was
punch,
already tall as hell.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
That's
exactly.
impressive. Let me stop.
Exactly, bro. But yeah, continue,
That's
bro.
Yeah. Nah, but y'all niggas, man. Fucking what's it called? Y'all getting high over there? Sorry, yo. Got you.
It's the hookah, bro.
So yeah, nah, man. It's just like, bro. We over the time we realized that we had to adjust to each other's ways and what was going on, and I decided to make full effort, and she had to be. We weren't too. We tried everything to be honest with each other, but we weren't as honest as possible, I guess, and we were holding back with each other to some extent, and then her more so than I, because we had a fight, and we had a light switch relationship on and off over the course of 3 years.
Same.
It was like that, and then what is it? The last one, I damn near broke up with her. I told her, I was like, yo, everything is telling me right now to break up with you, but I didn't do everything I needed to do. And I'm getting help from everybody. Everybody. No bullshit. Like, almost everybody I know, even my boss at the time, was going to him for help because he had a kid. He had 10 years with this woman already before the kid.
Right.
So I'm like, dog, help me out here. And it was just like, bro, open and honest communication is key.
Yep.
That's it. That's it, borderline.
My
Bottom
biggest
line.
tip for anybody.
Exactly. And then I told her straight up, and it worked itself out for a little bit, but I kind of had to.
It's how you said it, probably.
Nah, man. It was like I needed her to change. She couldn't do it.
You needed her to change.
Yes, as did I. I needed her to be. Yeah, I needed her
To
to
change somebody is a powerful thing to do, and a difficult thing to do.
Well, what happened was we made plans to do things to improve the relationship, and then 2 weeks later, she texts me while I'm asleep and say, "Yo, can't do it anymore."
Throwing the towel.
She's doing the towel, and I said, but it's only been 2 weeks. I haven't even seen you in 2 weeks. Mind you, there was some texting in between there, but then she doing the towel, bro. And at first I was for the next 3 days, because we didn't meet until 3 days after, and I had to go to work with this shit, mind you. I had to do a 4 a.m. with this
Shit works. Them shits were the worst.
And then I worked at a radio station which played nothing but love songs for the country station, and I was ready to fight everybody. I was like, yo, like y'all don't. Thank fuck my coworker is such a cool dude. At the time, my coworker was such a cool fucking dude. I was able to vent to him and shit. Like, this shit is crazy. And then we met, and we talked for 5 hours straight. And we went through the motions. I heard her out, and it made sense where she was coming from, but it was bullshit. At the same time, she gave me 4 reasons, bro. I don't remember the 4 reasons.
So
Three of them were bullshit. Only one of them I actually agreed with.
So you telling me the 4 reasons, right? And you don't remember it, so it must
No,
not.
I do.
Oh, so you do remember?
Yeah.
What was the 4 reasons, dog? Talk to us.
I wasn't. What is it? I got them bitches written down. Fucking. What is it? I'm not her type.
Okay.
I'm not dominant enough. And I got the other 2. God damn it! You know what? You got me there, boss. But the I'm not her type. The 3 years, and I'm not your type. I'm not dominant enough. I could kill you easily.
It
But
ain't
I know what she meant by that.
That's
but
what
at
I'm
the same
saying.
time-
You know
but
what?
at the
You
same
know what I
time,
mean?
it's like I know what she meant, but at the same time, it's like you don't understand that I've tried. We've talked about
She
this.
wanted you to take charge.
She wanted me to know already.
Yeah, she wants you to take charge.
Right? No,
Oh, so mind read. When she could have just said so.
and I told her, I said, I don't know how many times I told her, you're asking a virgin
Right.
who never did this shit before
Right.
how to do things.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know. It's like, 2 + 2 = fish in that regard. I'm be real. She didn't care clearly.
Nah, not at all.
Nah, and it's which is upsetting because it was like, yo, and then
I mean, I can't say that. No, that ain't true. That ain't true. That can't be true.
but she cared most times, bro. Like most times, but it's like you're not gonna sit here and tell me like I'm not dominant enough. Meanwhile, it's like
I don't have the experience.
yeah,
for
it's
it.
like I don't even have the experience for it, and then you're not willing to tell me what you want, what you need. You literally want me to figure it the fuck. I'm supposed to already know.
And then what if I hurt you in the process because you didn't tell me what you don't like?
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, bro, you know the size of me versus the size of her.
It ain't about that though. It ain't about fucking physical dominance. It's about emotional and motherfucking everything else. Like, bro, it's for you to take charge and be able to motherfucking, like, as a man, we all know this.
Yes.
As a man, we are supposed to be the people to be taking charge.
Yes.
You feel me? And our woman is our right hand.
That sounds misogynistic.
I mean,
Were you
that's
looking
how
for the
you
word
feel.
sexist? Were you looking for the word sexist, or did you mean misogynist?
But this
even
is
know
how.
if
But
there's
this is how
difference at
some
this
of the
point.
world is looked at.
Okay.
You know, what
That's
I'm
not
saying,
some of,
bro?
that's the world, bro.
But you get what I'm saying, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I mean,
that was part of it.
she
yes.
wanted you to
Yes,
be
a man.
the alpha.
Yes, a man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, it was your first try. And I mean, if we're real life being realistic, everyone, I can't, like, the first try is usually, like, not gonna be successful. So it's like,
That's a fact.
so it's just like, yo, motherfucking, you're not really wrong on what you're doing because you weren't inexperienced. You feel me? And she wasn't wrong in a way because she was a lady that knew what she wanted.
But couldn't express it.
but couldn't express it. So it's like,
Communication.
yeah, there you go.
I mean,
Communication, dog, and freaking not trying, doing. Trying and doing is two different things.
well,
How Yoda say it? He said, do, not try. Or he said, there's no trying, only doing.
Something like that.
You know what I'm saying?
look, I hear you, dog. I agree with what you're saying. I do, bro. At the same time, it's like, again, you know I'm stressed out. You know I'm doing these things. You know I'm going through it. I'm trying to make this work while also start my business, while also keep my podcast. I got my family. I got all this shit. I got a lot of shit I'm doing, and you don't. And I'm trying to be honest with you. And you're not. And she was telling me she was honest, bro. She was telling me, yo, we don't spend enough time together. Whenever I'm here, I'm just here, this and that. And it's like, and it's not. And I roll my head, not like I don't want to do anything with you. It's that, God damn. It's like, and I've told her this mad times. I got so many things to do,
Right.
But you're supposed to make time for her.
which I was never taught or told how to balance that.
Right.
Which is the issue. Time management's always been my issue.
Okay.
Yeah, but now it's like this is a different level.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I won't even really look at it as time management. It's more so, like, I mean, yeah, it's in there, but like it's more so of the actual care of doing so.
You gotta manage the time, bro, to care.
You're not lying, bro. You're not lying, but you always supposed to make some kind of time, even if it's 5 seconds. Make sure that's the time for that person. You feel me?
I thought I definitely did. I guess I don't know, bro.
Well, did she take the effort to also tell you like when she was free, so you guys could make time? Because if she can't do that, then it's both faulted, not just you.
She was in a position where she could make the time, where she actively did every weekend. That was the time to get together, and I would still do things like this during the weekend. So we would go out, but it wasn't like. And admittedly, we didn't go out like go dancing or stuff like that. Not at least after the fact. In the beginning, we did, but
Right.
after a certain point, we stopped that because priorities changed.
Right.
And I didn't think that I had to still do that. Or at least my time, I thought what we were doing was sufficient.
Would
which it
you
wasn't.
Gotcha.
would you say that her anxiety had a part in any of this?
Of course. Yes. Brother.
100%.
100%.
If she went through those circumstantial issues, then she was always going to have the anxiety behind it of, well, what if it happens again? Or, like, what if something similar happens? But if she did feel that way, she should have felt comfortable enough to tell you about that feeling if that was part of it.
But then if she went through those circumstantial issues,
Right.
like as my man's told me, she had 4 reasons. One of them was he wasn't her type.
That, and
Yeah,
the
I
second.
was saying, wait, but
No,
with
I'm
that
pulling
shit,
them
think
shits
because
up,
you
bro.
gotta think about it. If it was really like that, then those circumstances that she was in that fucked her up may have had some sort of like hold on her in staying with him for those 3 years that she was with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it is kind of confusing on how freaking you've been with somebody for 3 years
And they're
and
not your type.
yeah,
Wild.
you know what I mean?
So then at that point, did you ever actually like him enough to want to stay? Because you even said that you didn't think you had to try that hard.
Exactly.
So that in itself is painful too, because it's like
Exactly.
you admitted that you weren't even gonna try that hard because you already had said issues. So then shouldn't you have fixed said issues first and then got into a relationship so then you could try? Why would you wanna half-ass shit? Why would you wanna not love someone with all of you and every fiber of your body? That's what I don't understand. That part was confusing.
It was a turning point for the both of us.
Yeah.
Again, she was my first, and then I was her first after a minute, and after
Gotcha.
some bullshit.
Right.
And it was so for both of us, it was kind of, for me, it was starting fresh. For her, it was almost like starting fresh, especially given my
Good, I'm not the
circumstances.
only one yawning here. I literally yawned like 3 or 4 times already, and I've been trying to cover it so it's not going through here. I've been trying to be like
They ain't gonna catch
holding
it.
it.
Going.
And so then he did, and I was like, dang. I feel better though. It's not just me though.
Got you. But nah, she yeah. So it was circumstantial. But then, like I
Yeah.
said, after a minute,
Right.
after a period of time, like that love definitely developed. Like she was holding me, telling me I love you.
Mm-hmm.
This was when that bullshit was going down.
But that's
2020.
that's where I'm confused. How can you say that you're not?
It was a great
It was a
time.
good time to be alive. dog.
I'm deceased.
Good time to be alive.
2020.
March of 2020.
March
oh.
of 2020. Best time to
And they're
fucking
like
be
swimwear.
alive. And
Ah.
they're like swimwear. Gangsta.
Ah, man. Good time.
On
to
it
be
like soy
alive.
sauce on a wonton.
Gangsta.
Huh?
What did you
On it like soy sauce on a wonton.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Great time.
Like sauce on a crab ragoon.
Yo. All that.
I love
All that.
love
All that
crab
good
ragoon.
shit, nigga.
I thought
Icing on a cake.
I thought we was going for
real.
the icing.
Icing.
Cake.
Cream cheese.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum yum. On a bagel.
I'm a bagel.
On a cinnamon raisin bagel.
Sour
And then you
cream
get the
on
garden
taco.
veggie on the everything bagel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So boom, nah. So and then in that period, I found out that she definitely did love me. She did, and we made, like I said, we tried to make it work for 3 years, and
And then she fell out of it.
I'm not spiritual enough, and I know how to treat a woman in a relationship, but I don't know how to treat her in bed.
Don't know how to treat her in bed.
It comes with time.
I'm man enough to say that.
My son wasn't hitting it right.
I hold on.
If she allowed it.
Hold on. I was looking for other ways to please. And like I said, we had different tastes. And then I actively tried to fix things.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't satisfactory. And I think that was all these things got lumped together.
Mm-hmm.
Because she told me that she wanted Jason Statham. She wanted Jason Statham.
She want a jacked white dude that possibly got a Johnson as long as my arm.
So then why not just say that?
Because I had her hurt for a minute.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right. That gets
So
complicated.
her phys. Okay, so
She had so let me
May I read that if you don't mind? I ain't gonna say it out loud. You already did, but I want to make sure. You feel me? Like so this shit could process. You feel me?
so what happened at the end was she said that she had to be more realistic, more honest. No, I don't want to say realistic. More honest with herself. And
Okay.
cause she did sit with herself in that 2-week period before we broke up, and she had to speak about it.
Okay.
And she was open and honest with herself about what she wanted, what she needed.
Right.
And to be honest with you, to be real with you, our interests didn't align like that. I'm in the media game, she ain't. I'm in the games, she's not. She's into spiritualism and physics. I'm into biology and science. You know what I mean? So that's my world. Her world, but the thing is that we also didn't respect each other enough like that.
that shit hurt
and
me
you-
reading that shit, bro.
You know what? I'm
Yikes.
glad I wrote this shit down because I think I wrote this shit down that night, bro.
Yeah,
and
that
it's like
shit
I gotta
hurt.
look back at this to realize where I was fucking up.
I be tight as hell. Girl, tell me that shit. Like, nigga, what?
I mean, I was upset because it's like I definitely asked you multiple times throughout the years, and you said you still didn't even want to like tell me or try like that. So it's like
Anxiety.
and she did, but it wasn't the effort wasn't there. Like the amount of effort wasn't there, and so it's like you know what, I get it. I fucked up too. It's not just her. I don't want to make it sound like I'm just throwing her under the bus, but it's like I did things that I'm not proud of, and I apologized up and down to her during the relationship. I'm sorry for what I did in the past, but I cannot change what I did. The only thing I could do is be better.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could do.
Yeah.
And she disagreed with some things I was trying to do for the podcast, but it was what it was, and it's at this point where it's like I'm glad it happened, honestly, because I was fucking up.
Yeah.
I was fucking up.
She basically said you ain't hitting it right.
I wasn't.
That's crazy.
That is what it is.
3 years. That's 3 years.
She DJ envied my shit, bro.
DJ envied you, nigga.
Ouch.
She ain't. I ain't even gonna diss her. No
It is
reason
what it is,
to.
bro. It is what it is, bro.
That's crazy.
Again,
though.
I say, I was a virgin. So,
Bro, but then you had
I
3
guess-
years of fucking though. So it's like,
Maybe it was one of those things where she didn't realize what she wanted until like it popped up, and then she was like, "Oh no, now I have to do blank, blank,
she was
blank."
like, you got.
I can
that's
understand that to a
exactly what it was.
degree.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
exactly
maybe
what it
like she just didn't know until it was too late.
Homegirl said, you got the shrimp,
Sucks.
I got a dip.
I can't stand you.
I should break your head, man. I ain't got.
You should
no
find a
shit.
tree so he can leave.
You know what I mean? Matter of fact, we 2 stories high, bro. Go ahead and jump.
Where's the banana so he can split?
You know what I mean?
Oh shit, bro. That's crazy, bro. Well, at least that y'all got all y'all shit out of y'all chest and talk to y'all each other.
Do you feel closure?
Yeah, we sobbed in each other's arms and everything. I told her I was happy.
I know
was happy.
I know what that's like.
I was happy. So I told her right there. I was like, you know what? But I was happy, and then we was crying for like I don't even know how long we were crying, cause it was like, here's the crazy bit. All the times we broke up, we got back together at some point. Mm-hmm. This felt like it was it. This one actually felt like it was over.
Yeah.
And that's why it was the way it was.
My son's a big old softy.
Everyone has a little softy in them.
You know what I mean?
Can't be completely
You want a
rock hard.
hug
You
now,
have no
bro?
emotions.
Nigga, you gay?
Nah. I'm far from it.
All right, so what you asking for?
Because I feel like you need one. I'm kind of hurt for you, gang. No lie. Like,
There's nothing
I
wrong.
may need a
All right, bro.
Well, bro. Like real G shit. Because like, yo, like, that's trash, bro.
That really does suck. It does.
You know, I mean, it had to happen.
But communication is key.
Communication is key. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It really
I'm
is,
being
though.
upfront. Like, I tell this dude damn near everything.
Damn near. Damn near.
I tell my son Blobbert damn near everything. You know what I mean? There's some shit that not everybody needs to know, but damn near everything.
Facts.
So it's, but you know what? Like I said, we cried in each other's arms, and that was the closure. And she wanted to be friends. She tried to hit me with that bullshit, and I said, you know what? I hit her a month later, like I can't do it. It's disrespectful to me. It's not what I want. I gotta fake see you and do half the stuff that we used to. And then my son Rob said it best. He said she tried to have her cake and eat it too.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. She had to have
Yeah.
both of them.
And I was really looking at that like,
Can't have that.
how dare you?
For real.
Like, I genuinely love you and you fucking do that to me.
Right. Like,
Like,
after everything I fucking done for you.
I'm dead.
essentially, after everything, you want to be, let's do friends. And then I may have seen her like a week later at this place by my house, maybe talking to somebody else. And I don't know if it was her. I was just walking my dog. And I ain't gonna lie, I was looking back and forth. I was like, nah, that ain't it.
Double take.
Because it looked like she had glasses. This chick had glasses. It was the way she was holding her drink. And I know how she holds her drink. And I was like, bro, don't tell me.
That she
Because
moved
this
on.
nigga had a bike with him. And I'm thinking it's you, because you had a bike at the you
I
have
did have a bike
a
with
history
me.
of getting bikes.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
I get a
maybe she-
bike or two once every year.
I'm thinking
How old am I?
slide.
Where
I
do you
don't
keep
know.
them?
I mean, I keep them in the crib and then they break and then they still sit
Oh,
there.
okay, that makes more sense. I thought you were just like collecting bikes. That sounds like
Nah,
confused.
like somehow, some way, somebody just gives me a bike or some shit, like, cause I need it, and then I'll be like, yo, good looking, and then for some reason, about a month to like 8, motherfucking, I run over something, I got a
Put on
pop
Shrek.
tire.
I'm deceased.
You're right. I wouldn't get no work done if he was playing.
What are you doing, dog?
We can stay up late. So I'm man the stores in the morning. I make you waffles. That's my favorite line in the whole movie. I have a shirt to prove it.
My fault. Keep going.
Nah, I'm done with saying what I was saying, brother.
What the fuck was I gonna say?
I don't know. The last thing I said was, "Did you have closure?" And then you said yes. And then you said you saw her somewhere.
Yeah. Oh
or
yeah.
you thought you saw her someone holding a drink.
Bro had a bike. Yeah. Bro had
On
a
the bike,
bike.
yeah,
and
yeah.
dreads, bro. I said, I'm thinking she may be talking to you, getting, just saying, just like trying to seek.
Nah, I wasn't on no park sitting with her. Not at all. Not me.
Bro,
You don't
Wasn't
get
me.
involved like that.
it is what it is. And I was like, I never saw her outside like that. Of all the times I wanted to see her outside, just I'm walking my dog or whatever, and we catch her, hey, type shit. This is the one time I fucking see you on the block.
Wow.
And then
Other than the first time, the
And
night
then I
before our
peeped
first
her
date.
on the block too.
Oh shoot.
I peeped her on the block. Wasn't with a dude, but she went to a store.
Wow.
Seeing her on some shit. We talked or whatever.
Yeah. And it was just like, yo, you know what? I hope she's doing well. I hope she's doing better. I hope she's doing what she gotta do. You know what I mean? If this is really what she felt she needed to do, then that's it.
That's a fact.
Then that's it, bro. We gotta move on. Like, I'm feeling better as is. I got laid off, but you know what? I'm going back to school and get my shit together, bro. I got this going, meeting new people every day.
As you should.
And honestly, bro, I feel better about life right now.
As you should, bro.
Yeah.
Why the
I hope
fuck
so.
not?
You know what I mean? Anyway,
That's the goal.
what about the rest of y'all? There's 3 of us here. 5, if you count the smokers over there.
Oh, you did. That's hilarious.
So that's me. Like,
Hey, it's gonna go like these.
Nah,
You
we pass
done
it on
dicks.
the left.
Why?
We always pass it on the left.
Really?
We all pass it on the left. You smoke, you pass it
Okay,
on the
he
left.
has said that to me before, so I can't say he hasn't said that before.
We always pass it to the left. For real.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
oh my God, my side.
Don't cramp over here now.
Well, I mean,
Well-
more so, how you feel on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And what situation that you have.
That's funny because before you guys asked me to come
Fat
on this
bitch.
podcast, someone actually asked me if I wanted to be their Valentine, which is really funny. And it's someone I met through college. They're really sweet. Really good conversation. But I don't really know what I want right now because I just got a relationship about a month ago. It was a little bit before Christmas. I didn't want to have to, but it got to the point where I felt like I had to. It hurt because I made a promise I was gonna make things work and I was gonna stay, but at the same time, you can't expect me to stay while we're both, in a sense, destroying each other. I never meant to hurt him. I didn't want to hurt him. There was just times where he would treat me a certain way and it would make me upset. And because I was already going through so much and I was already paying all the bills, I would take things out on him I didn't mean to. So his only issue that he had with the relationship was that he said that he didn't like the way I talked to him. And I could understand that because, like, I do have an aggression issue sometimes with the way I talk.
What?
But I'm not trying to, like, be rude. I'm just very passionate. So it comes off that, like, I sound rude, but I'm not rude. I'm just trying to get to the root of the problem. So, like, for example, one of the reasons why the very first reason why we broke up is because he was, everything I say, I'm not trying to, like, put him down because he's a great person. He's just going through his own demons. The very first time that we broke up because he was belligerently drunk, really messed up, and
There's rehab for that.
right. He's doing a lot better. I think it's at the point where I don't feel like it's necessary for him to anymore. I think he finally realized, like, the hold it had on him. So I think, like, now it's okay. But at the time, yikes. That was towards, like, the very, very beginning of the relationship. He called me a bitch. He told me to go fuck myself. He said I'm the type of person to have his kids and take his money. He said that my feelings and opinions didn't matter. And then when I started crying and I asked him, I don't know why you're saying all this, because it's not like he said it before. Like, he didn't talk about it. He said, good, I'm glad you feel like that because this is how I felt the whole relationship. And it was right there where I was like, in my head, I was like, so then why are you here if you genuinely feel that way? out loud, I was only a little tipsy, so I was already a little emotional already. So I was like, you know what? Nah, fuck you. Because I didn't know none of that. You didn't tell me any of that, and that's not fair. If I really made you feel that way, then I don't understand why you're here. Like, I don't know if I said it like that, but I somehow put it like that. We had a conversation later, about a week later, we got back together. But before we got back together, I explained to him, like, why what he did was wrong, and he said he understood why. So that was the first time that we had a real big issue, and we talked through it. The second time, I ate it. I took responsibility. It was my fault. The second time, I didn't need to break up with him. I could have just talked it out, but I was going through so much stress that I didn't do the right thing in the moment, and I expressed that later. I said to him, I was like, you know what? I did overreact a little bit, but I was very hurt that you chose to want to do a recreational drug instead of giving me gas money when I was bringing you to and from work every single day. And I never even asked him for gas money. But it's principle that, like, you should have been offering at least if I'm going to bring you out of my way to bring you to work and whatever. So
Recreational drugs, jeez.
because I'm not going to exploit that business because you know. So that one I ate. I said that one was my fault. And I took responsibility for that. It hurt, but I'm okay with being wrong as long as I fix it. If I don't fix it, then it's a problem. And then I have an issue that I need to address to myself and with therapy. I've been going to therapy for, I want to say, at least 2 years, every week. I do it to check myself. I do it to make sure that I am doing the right thing to the best of my ability. So I talked about that situation. The third time was this past Christmas one. At this point, I felt that he was doing anything and everything just to hurt me on purpose because he was self-reflecting and trying to self-sabotage. And the entire relationship, he was basically doing that. And he admitted that he knew he was doing it. So it's like, if you know you're doing it and then you're not changing the thing that you said you need to change, how can you expect me to continue moving forward if you're not willing to change that issue that you know that you needed to address? So I made a promise that I wasn't going to leave and that I was going to work through the relationship and make sure that we communicated and stuff. I can't be the only one doing that. He tried to say to me that after we broke up and whatever, after we had a 3-hour-long conversation where I explained to him why I left. I explained to him that I do still love him, but because of the things that he was saying to me when I broke up with him and how deeply scarring the things he said were, I have to reevaluate what I want. Because if that's what you're going to continue to do, then I can't have that. Because I know he's not purposely emotionally abusing me, but it's still happening because you're aware that you're doing it and then you're not making progress to change it.
So he do know.
Yeah, I said that. He's aware that he's doing it, but then, like I said, he wouldn't change it. But then he was upset because I still left and because I broke that promise. But then I also said to you to promise me you wouldn't hurt me, and you did. So it wasn't like tit for tat, like I broke up with him because he hurt me. It was just that my heart could no longer take it, and I didn't want to keep hurting him over and over again and not knowing how to fix it because he wasn't able to express what I was doing wrong. Because he would say that I would always talk to him a certain way in front of people, in front of our friends, but then he was never able to tell me what I said.
Yeah.
So I can't fix something if you don't tell me what it is that I did.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's confusing because I want it to work, but then you're not giving me the tools to fix it. So it's one of those things where I did what I could, but I don't know what you expect now. I can't just, like, change how I feel. I can't just ignore that you said very hurtful things to me that I probably shouldn't have forgave, but I did because I have to forgive for myself so I don't hold on to it because I don't hold on to grudges. So I guess other than communication is key, also never assume. That's the biggest thing in a relationship. The second you start assuming, it's never going to go right. Because then you're just going to think there's something that they're not, or think they're doing something that they're not. And then it puts scenarios in your head that aren't true.
Been there.
And then you start doing the wrong thing because of what you thought, not because of what you know.
Been there.
Yeah, it sucks.
Word.
So right now, I'm at a crossroads where it's like I have to do right for me to fix me and move forward and fix my life to be in a better situation where I could reasonably get back into a relationship. But until I have that hard conversation with myself of you did this wrong, you have to understand this and whatever, I can't be with somebody else. And I guess like
City girls up. City girls is up, man.
So I guess just the situation is very disheartening and frustrating.
I understand. Well, I mean, how you feel about this, big dog? Any questions about that? Anything? Because, I mean,
I should probably also say that I was his first relationship. So the entire relationship, I was trying to understand where he was coming from, and I was trying to be as patient as I could. And I was trying to explain to him this, that, and the third about what I expect, so to speak. So basically my patience ran out. So like, to put it nicely, I didn't know what more I could do because I felt I tried everything I could.
Sounds like a case of the man ain't loving himself.
Exactly.
As a porn addict, I know exactly what that feels like. So I can attest to forcing my own issues onto somebody else. And so I know what that's like.
Yeah.
It's, and that's any addiction. It's not intentional. I do feel like men get painted for that a lot. Because we're supposed to be so many things, yet nobody's taught us. And when we try to do these things, we're vilified.
Right.
So, which makes it even harder. It sounded like bro knew what he was doing, he just couldn't face it.
Yeah.
Which takes a lot. And you did the right thing stepping back because, everybody needs a shake-up.
It sounds like the most logical thing you could have done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because at that point, it was the third time we broke up, and one of the times he actually broke up with me over the silliest thing. He, again, was messed up. Him and his brother had a little situation.
Recreational?
No, I mean like they had like a verbal fight, and then it turned physical.
Oh, okay.
And they were fighting. I wasn't gonna get involved because like it's not my issue, and it's two grown men. You're not gonna get in between two grown men fighting. Like, it's not necessary.
It's retarded.
Is that right?
I'm deceased.
It's
so
retarded.
I was in the corner. I'm deceased again.
Bro, I feel like, not to cut you off.
Who knows? I'm just
She's right now because she's right. Even besides her being his woman or whatever, freaking if there's two grown big motherfucking Goliath men
right.
putting hands on each other,
Right.
Unless the lady is lifting what they lifted, you shouldn't. You stay out of that because for real, you could get yourself hurt.
Right, exactly.
It's common sense.
Women feel the need to insert themselves in situations where they don't need to be. That's
Right.
just a fact.
Right.
Cancel me. I don't give a fuck.
I deceased again.
That's a fact.
Dead.
That's
Right,
a
right,
fact.
right.
Stay in your lane. That's it.
So I was in a corner and like, this is like 2 a.m. All right.
There you go.
So it's a situation where like, if they were caught in the middle of that fight, I could have gotten kicked out. So at that point, you're jeopardizing all of our housing. because that's a good song. So, fruitcake. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Basically, long story short, he broke up with me because I didn't intervene, which to me made no sense. Why would you want me to get involved while y'all were fighting? It had nothing to do with me. So you're going to scream off the top of your lungs you want to break up with me because I didn't say or do anything? I did, however, say at some point that they had to cut it out because it was 2 a.m. Like, I'm not trying to get kicked out of here. Eventually, they did listen. And
Sounds
no
like
one
he
got
was
caught.
losing. It sounds like he was losing, bro. Nah.
Hey, yo!
Tag in, babe. I'm sorry, dog. Tag in, man.
Help! Help! Jenny.
Y'all wild stupid for that.
Help!
Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help!
I need you.
Help! No dying allowed. Weak.
So what happened back there? You were supposed to help me.
I'm deceased.
We a team. We
Well, you know, yeah, here's the messed up part. I'm pretty sure at this point I was sober. I was no longer messed up. So when he said that, when he said that, I looked at him. I was like, okay, because it was just so ridiculous to me that I didn't even know how to respond. So when he said I'm breaking up with you, I was just like, okay, because I was just like, that's ridiculous.
What?
Right. And then it was funny because after that situation, even though he broke up with me, he thought we were still together. I'm like, dude, you just broke up with me. What are you talking about? It was like for 2 weeks. He thought that we were still together. I'm like, dude, like, you literally screamed at me and said we're not together. Very confusing.
we weren't together in that moment.
Delusional.
You know what I mean? It was just that moment. That's it.
Yeah, for him? But how was I supposed to know that?
Well, he said it right there.
No,
He said it right there.
He said what he said.
Yeah.
Man said what he
It was
said.
in that moment.
Nah, fuck being in the moment. First off, how the hell you gonna fight your brother, right? And then look at your girlfriend and break up with her because she ain't help you. Wait,
right.
wait, bro, like,
That's why I was confused.
like I understand if it wasn't a family issue, it was a rando, and my girl got the toolie, and she's able to carry or something like that, then maybe I guess, you feel me?
Pistol whip him?
I must be getting my ass whooped for all that, you know what I'm saying? But like, that ass, I'm not gonna be looking for help. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the bullshit, bro.
And then when I
fighting somebody,
right.
you need to stand on business.
Right.
This nigga said he broke up with you because of that.
Mm-hmm. Because even though he didn't say that's why, it was literally they had the fight. He was upset because his brother wanted to leave because at that point he felt disrespected that they were even fighting. Like there was no reason for it. Like I don't even remember why they started. I was confused. So he goes into the bathroom, I believe, and literally the next thing out his mouth was just yelling at me saying, "I'm breaking up with you." And I was just like,
She said,
okay.
He sounds like one of those. What you call them? Them boys.
That's why. I was
Soy
confused.
boys. Soy boy? Is that?
I've heard that before.
Is it soy boy?
One time I
I
said,
think you're thinking of
I mean, I don't want to say pussy boy.
no. I think you're thinking of
Simp?
another. I think I know
I'm just
what
kidding.
you're talking about.
You
No,
get what
that's-
I'm saying?
No, I do. Yeah.
That's a word for that.
I forgot the term. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a
Definitely
word for
not
that
simp.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane, though.
I mean, it sounded like the other brother had the right idea to try to exit the situation, which I don't
and he
like.
was
but if
trying to not fight. Like he was antagonizing his brother to fight. So it just got to the point where his brother had enough, and that's why they went both.
So
they
it was
both
your
went
man's fault. He got his
Yes.
ass whooped, and then motherfucking.
Because here's the thing, they weren't even like fighting. It was like, I think like, I forgot who got punched in the face area, because it wasn't really the face, it was more like chin-ish, whatever. It wasn't like full-blown fighting, it was like, almost like wrestling, kind of. But like, it was still a fight. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you would have had to been there to see it. I can't really explain it. But they almost like ripped the tapestry off the wall. It was ridiculous. And what's funny is like, I did verbally try to stop it. So that's why I was confused. It's like you're sitting there and you're breaking up with me as if I didn't try to do something. But I'm not about to physically get in between. That's just ridiculous. That's the way I took it. I didn't know how else to take it because there was no other context in between.
But that's what he wanted you to do. He wanted you to pull up, break shit up.
I guess that's what it seemed like, because even though he didn't say it, immediately after they were done fighting, he broke up with me, verbally out loud screaming at me.
And he never told you. And he never told you why he broke up with you.
I said later that I brought it up. I was like, you broke up with me because I didn't split up a fight between you and your brother. He didn't even deny it. And when I said it like that, he didn't deny it, but I can't remember what he said.
Okay, so yeah, he lost.
I just remember it was dumb what he said, so I had to push it out of my mind because it was so stupid, but I just don't remember what it was.
Okay, so he lost, wanted his girlfriend's help. I don't know. You a good soul, son. For real. He sound like he need help.
Right.
No offense.
No, none taken.
No offense to him, like, bro, like, he needs something.
And like,
does he have his father with him? Like, does he got a pop?
Yeah. But okay, this is gonna sound really mean. I don't mean it to be mean, but his pop, in a way, is like sick of his shit. I say it like that because let's say I wasn't nice enough for this man to take over my apartment once he gets a job, right? Let's say I wasn't nice enough to do that, even though I am, because I love him and I don't want him on the streets. The reason why he'd be on the streets is because his dad is not gonna take his ass back, because it's gonna be 2 weeks and he's gonna kick his ass back out. His mother doesn't have the room for him in the apartment that she has, and she also has their older brother who's not all there, if you catch my drift.
Got you.
I'm not going to express that because it's not my business, but you know.
Yeah, got you.
So, can't go there. And the friend he was living with, he got kicked out of that house because the friend's sister had a baby and they needed the extra room.
Makes sense.
So, like, he doesn't really have anywhere to go. So, me being a good person and knowing that I have people I can go to, I said that he could just have my apartment. His stuff is already all there. He doesn't have a storage place to put it in, not like he has the money to put it in a storage place. So since his stuff is already there and he's already moved in, might as well you just stay there and then I move out and figure out my life. On top of that, I want to move out of the place that I'm at because there's too much trauma associated with that place. I was raped in that place. I was almost raped in that place. So both situations. Most of my time there, I was in the abusive relationship. So all of that is associated with that location. So I'd rather just leave anyway. So if anything, I see this as a blessing.
Yeah, nah, that place is doo-doo.
Yeah, you would know. You would know.
That shit doo-doo as hell, son.
They treat you like a number, not a person.
Gangsta.
It's
you know
bad.
it. You already know, bro. That's basically how I met her over there.
Was that
the
place?
lodge.
Yeah, the lodge. That was the story we just got to. Is that we were in the TLC program on the inside. We were literally next door neighbors. Like he was literally the room next to me, literally.
It's a good times. Good times.
Yeah.
For what it was.
Well, yeah.
For what it was.
So yeah, so that's the situation I'm going through right now. Is that I feel a 3-hour long conversation is not short. So like if I spent 3 hours explaining to you how I feel, why I left, and you understood, why is it that literally last night you're trying to tell me you want clarification? I don't know what clarification you need. I don't know what else you expect me to say. I'm in pain the same way you're in pain. And not exactly the same, of course, because different situations, but we both did harm and we both hurt each other. So it's a matter of I would have rather cut it now and we both figure out how to fix one another before coming back, if there is a coming back. Because who's there to say that he won't find somebody else? Or who's there to say that I can't get over the pain? Like, sometimes there's just scars so deep that you can't.
Sometimes you just gotta work on you, boo boo.
Period.
For real.
So it's a very touchy, sticky situation. I'm currently right now trying not to cry because I know it just. I'm sorry. It just really sucks. Thank you. The way that he expressed himself, it almost felt like he thinks that I don't care at all. And that's not the case. Like, he genuinely doesn't think that I did everything I could. And that is painful for me. Because in my eyes, I felt I did try everything I possibly could. I always showed the effort. Or at least I tried to. So it just sucks a lot.
Hugs, we give it all hugs here.
Hold on. I'm not about to drop this. I'm putting this down first.
I understand.
Oh.
Hardly we give it all hugs here.
Facts. Cause I know that shit trash. Fuck it. Yup. Group hug, y'all. Group hug. Cause this shit, yeah, it be like that, bro. For real. Alright, so can I sit down now?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna hug me. I gave
I
her
did that. That's funny. So that's my situation. It's just, I need to figure out if the things that were said and done, if it's still worth it to try again. Because if you're going to sit here and say that, like, if I'm going to keep hurting you, that you'd rather just stay single, that in itself is painful because the way that's worded, it seems like you think I want to hurt you. And, like, he mentioned, well, what if we have kids and we get married and then this happens again? And I was like, well, I don't believe in divorce, which is why I'm trying to stop this now, because I'm not trying to hurt you. I don't really know, like, how I'm going to feel about the situation. I don't even know how to explain it. It's hard to explain.
I understand. You ain't gotta say anymore if you don't want to.
I just don't even know how to word it. Like, to me, the situation's so confusing. I don't know how to even, like, put it into words. Because, like I said, I feel that he thinks that I meant to hurt him or that I didn't do enough. And the fact that he genuinely feels I didn't do enough, that in itself hurts me.
Is that because freaking with his having you as a first lady and fucking having his own issues or whatever?
Yeah.
Freaking, is that like the reason? Like, is him like self-projecting?
Yes.
Yeah. Because freaking he doesn't love himself.
Right.
You know what
and I
I
literally
mean?
expressed that. I said, I understand why you did the things you did. It doesn't change how it affected me.
Yeah, respectfully, you
So,
know
like,
what I mean?
I did what I could and I expressed what I could express. But at the end of the day, if you feel that it's going to keep happening, that itself hurts.
Word.
Why do you feel it's going to keep happening? Is it because you don't want to make the change, but you don't want to say that? Or is it because you don't think that you have fault? Like, I don't know why he thinks that.
And I think that you should be more so worried about how your situation is going.
Right.
Because to get into someone else's mind, like, you can't read minds.
Right, exactly.
Obviously. So it's just like, yo, he got his own issues he got to settle. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's fuck just hurting you, it's gonna be hurting him too in the long run.
Yeah.
In the very long run, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like, I feel like y'all did the right. Well, you did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always a chance. There could always be a chance to
Right.
get back together and shit like
And
that. You know
I
what
also,
mean?
in a way, made that clear too. I said, I'm not saying this is a never. Like, I never said that I don't want you at all. I just don't want anyone right now because I have to work through my feelings. I have to work through my issues. I have to get my life on track. I have to fix my finances. Like, there's things that I have to do for me to be stable enough to even want to get back into a relationship. So that's the thing, too.
What is he working on himself?
I will definitely say that he's made remarkable progress, but I'm also realistic, and change doesn't just happen overnight.
No.
So you could show this, that, and the third, but just because you're showing all those things doesn't mean that you really grasped what the main issue was. So, like, literally my only issue that I had with him mostly was he didn't love himself. That was my biggest issue because that caused him to want to self-sabotage and push me out of his life. He openly admitted that that was something that he knew he was doing. So then if you know you're
But
doing
he knows
it,
he's doing it. That's what really gets me.
Right.
He knows he's doing it. It's not like my man's here not being experienced enough. You get what I'm saying? He legit said that he knows what he's doing.
Right.
So at this point, he's dead ass motherfucking like that. That's toxic as fuck.
Well, when you down bad, you don't. He knows he's doing it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I heard that.
Ooh. Sorry, I got knee problems. I fell on this knee, so that's probably why it's cracking more. I was rollerblading last night. The wheel popped off. Like, the front wheel popped off. So I was already falling, so I had no choice. I just fell gracefully. I just went straight down. So instead of trying to catch myself and breaking something, I just, nope, and I just... So that's why that's why I have a hole here, because I literally ripped it from the hardwood floor. It was great. Fun time. I got a friend out of it. Because I went down and sat at a table, and it happened to be their table because it was her and her man's. And then we just started talking. She's like, "Oh my God, I love your energy. I love your vibe." And okay, well, here, take my phone. Pick whatever you want, and we can be besties. And she's like, "Okay." So I got her number.
Good. Sounds
Just
cool.
like that. No, I'm just kidding. But you were saying, I'm sorry.
I think he was aware. You could be aware, but not in control.
Okay.
You know, like that's. I mean, like
I get what you're saying. Because, like, I know it's not on, like, I could tell it's not on purpose because I know he loves me. Yeah. But it's just, I think it's so much at once. And he also suffers from anxiety and depression. Right. So I think it's just too much at once that even though he knows he's doing it, maybe he doesn't know how to fix it. Right. But then just say that.
He can't.
I know that. Yeah. That was the issue. So I expressed that. And that's why I'm saying it's like, it's not that I don't want to be with you. It's just right now I can't, because you need to fix whatever that issue is. He expressed he understood that, and he expressed that the distance is a good thing. But then last night wanted to say that he wanted clarification. It's like, I don't know what you mean by that.
Is it truly distance when he's living with you, though?
Well, meaning he understands that distance is a good thing, but right now the reason why there isn't any is because he needs to find a job. So, like, he knows when the distance happens, it's a good thing. Not that it's happening right now. Like, go ahead.
No, go ahead,
I
continue.
thought he was
We're
about to
just
talk.
looking at each
My
other.
fault. I thought he was about to talk.
That sounds like a goofy situation.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it is. It's like, it's frustrating.
I mean,
it's frustrating.
Like, parents get divorced and live in the same house, or they separate and they don't, for some goofy ass reason, don't tell.
But
kids.
they're not. But they're not married.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I liken it to that situation, but like only because it's like how two people who used to fuck ain't fucking no more, and now they have to live in the same space. That, you know. What? What?
They still doing they do. You know it.
Yeah, like, it's,
you know they still gotta do the do.
Right. I told you it's a fucked up situation. It's sticky because it's...
Sticky? Yeah, it's sticky because you letting them stick you. What the fuck? I'm over here. Damn it. You know what? You're the first person to cry on this show. Now it's like, oh, well, you know what I mean? He's sticking me down still. But listen, we can get through this. What the fuck?
No.
That's hilarious.
Take this shit.
I'm deceased.
He said we had something special going here.
Yeah.
Yo. Listen.
He's just confused, bamboozled. I'm Schmeckledorfed.
Bro, I wasn't. I can't really talk shit. I was at a. There was a point. You know why it was a point. I was still fucking on my ex.
Fucking your ex ain't new shit, bro. Fucking your ex while you're in the same space, not together, having problems. That's the problem. You fucking
Did
your
I
ex,
not?
But was you in the same space?
No, I wasn't.
All right then.
Yeah.
I was in the car space.
You was.
Car space.
I was in the car space.
I'm deceased. It's complicated because like me being his first everything and us being together for almost 3 years and having the talk about kids and wanting a marriage, it's kind of difficult to just immediately shut it off. Like you still love that person, but it's really not easy to explain.
Bro, I get it.
It's not easy at all.
I get it wholeheartedly.
I'm always gonna have a special place in my heart for him. I'm always gonna love him. Yeah. It's just it's complicated because like I want to be with him, but I can't.
It sounds like you got love for him, but if he keeps doing what he's doing, you're gonna fall out of love with him while still having love for him.
Right. And I've already fallen out of love and back in love like several times. That it's causing a rift and a roller coaster in my own body. That's why it's difficult because it's like I don't want to fuck with his head, but at the same time we
fuck him.
It's not like it's just me. He's the one who initiates it.
He's the dude. He initiated it.
Not saying that.
He did.
Not saying I can't, but like. Okay.
You are gonna make this harder than it ever has to be if you keep fucking him.
Okay, well here's the thing.
You said it, not me.
There's nothing.
He said it, not me.
But here's the thing.
To say about that.
I'm aware of that, but here's the thing. I'm still in the space with him until I leave out of the space. It's not that simple because there's still gonna be those feelings there, and he's still gonna see me as his girl, so to speak, because I'm still there.
And he's still hitting.
Right.
So that's understandable. That's like, why I get. He wants the clarification because he's still in the genes.
Right.
So he's a first timer.
Right. But that's why I'm saying
confused.
that's why I'm saying I get it. But then he also. That's why I said it's confusing.
Yeah, he's highly confused.
Naomi, you left out details for the bulk of your story. We're thinking this nigga's nuts, but he's just emptying his nuts.
No lie, bro. That dude, no lie, bro. When I was still doing shit with my ex, I was a single man or whatever, doing shit with my ex. I ain't saying I was confused, but like I was sitting here like.
I ain't even laughing at. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not even laughing at the story. Do smack him in the ass and then punch him in the face.
Ain't no way, bro. Bro, but listen, like there was a point in time. There was a point in time that I was fake confused. I'm just like, okay, so it's just like. Are we just fucking, or like, is there like a chance we're gonna do something, or are we something still? Like,
right.
There was a point in time, but like,
it's also the other reason why I'm saying it's complicated is because I'm already going through so much stress because I'm the only one paying all the bills. It's more than just we're fucking. It's a matter of, in a sense, comfort. I don't know how to explain it. Because he is emotionally going through it because he knows we both did wrong and he understands that things need to be fixed. But at the same time, if we're going to be in the same household, how do you not do? So I'm not upset at him for being confused, but he's also the one that was saying that he would want it, even though he knew that I said that we needed time. So I guess, like, in a sense, where I messed up is I shouldn't have, I guess because I love him so much and I don't want to hurt him, I allowed him to have what shouldn't have happened because then it causes confusion. So I'll eat that. That was where I'm wrong, but it's confusing because he's the first relationship where I felt like I wasn't going to get hurt and that I was going to have that family and I was going to have the marriage and that I was safe. So that's why it's so confusing because I want to be able to and then I have to keep realizing I can't because it's just going to fuck him up. That's why it's hard.
I understand. Word. I get it. It's just a hurdle you got to get through. It's something that needs to be done so y'all wouldn't be hurting each other. That's another step y'all
Right,
gotta
I feel like it's
through.
going to be a little easier when I'm not there. But for, like, right now, it's difficult because that's why I try to stay out of the house as much as I can. I try not to be there so it's not as confusing. I'm trying to, like, create the distance so he gets it. So, like yesterday, he had said, are we gonna fun tonight? And this was after I already had the conversation with him and whatever. And I was like, I don't really know how to answer that. I might have plans later. Like, he puts me in situations where I feel bad for saying that I can't.
Shouldn't have to feel bad.
I know, but that's why I'm saying it's not that simple. Because,
Yeah.
like, he knows I love him, but then he makes it seem like I don't by saying that I keep emotionally hurting him. Because I've broken up with him 3 times, he was like, oh, I can't take it, and I can't take any more of it. If we have to stay split, then, like, that's fine, because I can't do this. And I was like, so, like, do you not get that that's how I feel, too? Like, that's why I split it off, because I don't want to keep hurting you.
Is this what narcissism is?
Okay, so he does have narcissistic tendencies. Like, I'm not going to say he doesn't, because he definitely does. Because why else would he have said my feelings and opinions don't matter?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
So,
some
like,
narcissistic shit.
some
yeah?
of it is kind of that.
I genuinely
but
don't know. Anastasia wouldn't let me fucking. She studied that shit. I couldn't wrap my head around it. She every time we talked about narcissism, she was enthralled with the study of narcissism because people misconceive what it actually is. They think just because somebody has a large feeling about themselves, that's what narcissism is. I don't. I walk back. I walk back and I say, I don't fucking know. I know this motherfucker's has a high opinion of themselves. That's what I look at it as. I ain't no fucking Schrodinger, so don't ask me shit. Because my mother looks at her boyfriend thinking the same thing. He was a narcissist, which she was, but
So I don't know because how I'm trying to plug it into my head, right? Motherfucking, he said all these things. It's his first girlfriend, so he should honestly be grateful. Unless there was, and you did say there was shit on your side that you fucked up in, so I kind of get that. But to say that your feelings don't matter, and yet be hurt that he's not with you.
And also, like, when I had broken up with him this time, it was because I was told that he lied on me and said that me and my friend did the rest of their drugs. Whereas, like, that's not even what happened. Like, why would you lie about drugs? Like, that's so stupid.
why would you so? God, I ain't gonna say.
And what's funny, but here's the funnier part.
Smoke my shit. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You smoke my shit.
Well, here's the funny part.
Like, how do you sound?
But here's the funnier part.
Fiending.
Right. But that was another issue, was that he had that issue,
He's
so
an
to speak.
addict.
To a degree,
sorry,
there's
I
people who feel like he is, with either drinking, drugs, or both.
Okay.
He mellowed out with that. He hasn't done it in a while, so I respect that he finally cut that. That was one of the biggest issues, is that I felt like he was doing too much of it. It started turning into a money thing, where, like, you're saying you're broke, but you're able to buy alcohol and drugs, right? That's what it turned into that. Then I started feeling like, in a way, he was taking advantage of how I felt. Because you're trying to tell me that you haven't been able to find a job since September. Because the last time they had a job was last year in September. It is now January of the next year. I understand that you were suffering from anxiety and depression, but to a degree, like, that's not fair to me, though, because now you're putting all the bills on me and I have to be stressed out. Right. So even though I knew it wasn't on purpose, it still caused stress. And I would try to explain it, and I would try to tell him, like, I'm drowning. I need help. And, like, instead of him saying, I understand that, he would turn around and be like, don't you think I get that? Don't you think I feel this, and this? And it's like, whoa. Like, I was just expressing to you how I felt because you wanted me to be open and honest, and now you're getting upset with me because you think I'm trying to put you down when I'm just trying to express that I need help. So that's where he had tried to tell me that I didn't try to talk to him, which that's not fair because I actually made an effort to try to talk even if I was uncomfortable. So I felt hurt because he really sat there and tried to say that I didn't try everything I could. And that hurts. I know I said that already, but it came back up because of this. So it's like, that's why I'm so confused. And that's why the situation is confusing. Because it's like, I don't know what he expects. I understand that he expects us to just work it out and get back together. But you need to also understand that, like you said, that you knew that there's stuff that you need to work on. So then why not work on it? And then get back to me.
I have a question.
What's up?
What do you want?
And that's the thing. I told him I don't know. Because deep down, I would love for me and him to work. Because there's just been too much that we've been through together and stuff that we've done as a couple and friends that we have together that, like, our dynamic when it comes to our friend group and who comes over our house, that became my new family. I would do anything on this earth to make it work. And that's why him saying that I basically did it destroyed me. You're going to sit here and say you hope I crash my car and that I drown in men and this, that, and the third. And then you're going to try and tell me that you did that because you are, what's the word he used? It was defense mechanism because I broke up with him. Like, regardless if it was a defense mechanism or not, if you truly feel that you love me, why would you want me to die? Because if you're saying you want me to crash my car, what if I died in that car crash? Most of the things that he said, I would have never said to him. Even if I was that upset, I would have never went the extra step to hurt me further, like to make it even worse than it already was. Because I would have never just hurt him on purpose. And that's why I'm so upset, because I feel like he thinks that I was hurting him on purpose. And that in itself hurt.
I like how this podcast was supposed to be about Valentine's Day, but it's about exes now.
It's about relationships.
Yeah, relationships and exes. And
Bro, I mean, I think, it is a defense mechanism. No matter which way we dice it, I've had that shit happen to me before. You know, I had an ex-fling call me a horrible person, then invite me back in.
No, you're fine, bro.
I know.
You're fine.
I know she was 7:30, but
yeah, she's 7:30, bro.
But it was all night too, so it is what it is with that. It is a defense mechanism, and usually it's the motherfuckers who they like you said, they themselves don't feel loved, and then here comes the one individual that loves them, and it turns out they're using you as a surrogate. You know what I mean? For someone that loved them, and for some reason they don't have the ability to go back to this individual. So it is a defense mechanism, and like you said, you are his first, and then he's battling an addict. So you popped the cherry of an addict who doesn't feel highly of himself at all whatsoever for whatever his reasons. He's gonna say whatever he feels.
He's gonna say whatever he feels, and do whatever he could to get what he wants out of you.
Right.
Right.
So I don't want to call it. I don't want to just point blank call it narcissism, but it's like, I mean, clearly.
It sounds like it to me.
Yeah, it does. But no, I'm only saying that because I don't like going down that road because that's such a fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I just don't know it. That's why I stay out of it because I ain't got the capacity for that.
Right.
I'm just saying that because.
If anything, he's
I
more of a
don't know.
dark empath than a narcissist.
See, that shit too. It's like, you know what
I
I mean?
actually did research on that one. So that one I know for a fact he is because everything lined up. I did the research for that one specifically.
All right,
but
since you brought that up, explain that.
What makes a dark empath?
so it's like a triangle of three things. It was like Machiavellianism, which that I don't know about that specifically. That one I'd have to look up. Empathy, and then the other one was narcissism, all in one. Basically, a dark empath is where they can feel your feelings, but they don't care. Not saying he doesn't care, but the way he would act would be as if he doesn't care. So, like, he would act like he cares, but he would do what he could to get the end result that he wanted. Here's a perfect example. So, I'm an extrovert. He's an introvert. He would, I swear to you, never leave the house. I mean, never. Again, I know it was because of what he was suffering from. But at the same time, don't get upset with me then if I make plans to go out and then don't say that I'm neglecting you. That's not fair because I have friends that I want to go see. You stopped talking to your friends because you said you were suffering from depression. I understand that. But you can't sit here and make me feel like garbage and say that I'm neglecting you because I want to go out and spend time with people. That's not fair to me. So and like I said, I don't think he's doing it on purpose. I don't think he would ever hurt me on purpose, but it would feel like it was on purpose because he would say he would understand, he knows what he's doing, and that's why it would confuse me. Mm-hmm. So as a whole, even if I wanted us to work out tonight, even if I was like, okay, I'm throwing in the towel, let's start again. Even if I wanted to do that, he still hasn't made the effort to love himself first. I basically said until you learn how to love yourself, you will not be able to love somebody else. Regardless if it's me or somebody else, you won't be able to do it. He understood that. So basically, I like the way that we left it was if we get back together, cool. If we don't, we don't. It is like if we're meant to be, it'll happen. Mm-hmm. I've said that several times.
That's a fact.
My best friend, her name's Amber.
That was you.
Me?
Yeah. I have girl best friends and guy best friends.
I didn't know I was her best friend, son.
Yeah, he's one of my best friends.
You lit.
I'm surprised you didn't know that. I've said it before. You probably just didn't hear me. He was probably high. Because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. But I didn't hear my friend because I got high. I didn't put my blunt down because I want to get high.
Da, 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 da.
I could have said I know, and I know why.
Why, man?
Because I got high.
Keep
because
going.
I got high.
Keep going.
Because I got high.
Go.
Don't gas my shit. That was all definitely on the spot. Stupid.
Nah, but on a serious note, son, it sounds like, all right, so he's mighty comfortable where he's at right now.
Mm-hmm. I would hope.
He's mighty comfortable. Why would you hope for him to be comfortable?
Well, no, I don't. Okay, now I get what you meant. Continue. Never mind. I take that back. I take that back. I need the context.
Yeah.
Got it now.
He's kind of comfortable where he at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And doing the doing the things that we've heard you said that he has done and stuff like that. It sounds like he needs to be like, I wouldn't say like forced out, but like some kind of, the distance has to happen.
Right.
That distance has to happen, and he needs to be like pushed to do something for himself.
Right. That's why when he gets that job, I'm gonna make the effort to move out. The only reason why I haven't moved out yet is because then he would end up losing the apartment because he doesn't have money.
Yeah, don't got the
So
money.
I'm trying to be a good person and wait till he gets a job, which I think he might have one because they called him back. So hopefully. So once that happens, then I can then move the apartment over to him.
Then focus on yourself.
And then he could then, because he'll have enough money to then figure it out. And I wouldn't have to stress that he'd be on the street, and then I could focus on me, and then there's the distance. Because I wouldn't have to then come over because I'd have no reason because I'm out. So at the end of the day, the only person I ever wanted to be with was him. The only person I ever wanted to have kids with, that like actually have kids with and actually have a life with, is him. So of course I want to be with him, but it's not that simple once you purposely try to hurt me to make sure that I felt like shit. He was blowing my phone up with a bunch of hateful, hurtful things. And it's like, even though I know that you didn't mean it, it doesn't change the fact that you did it on purpose to hurt me. I have to somehow work through that and heal myself before I could even think about the possibility of getting back with you. But even if I were to work through that and I were to forgive him, it still leads down the path of you still need to love yourself, or you're going to still keep doing what you were doing. And you're going to think that I'm off doing whatever, or you're going to think that I'm neglecting you, I don't love you enough because I'm not doing this, this, and this with you. It was always I want to do this, and everyone had to follow said thing, or he would feel like everyone was against him. So, like, when we had people come over, it was always...
neglection issues. There you go.
So it was always like, I want to watch this, but he wouldn't even ask anybody what they wanted to watch. He would just put it on. And then even if people said they didn't want to watch it, he would still basically make them watch it. So that was also a factor and an issue, because it's like, I didn't like the fact that he treated people like that. And again, I didn't think it was on purpose, but it still hurt that he did it. So it was a matter of he was being a person that I didn't necessarily agree with. And there was times where he made me feel like I couldn't be myself. Like, I started getting very angry and even more aggressive than normal. And there was even times where I wanted to get violent. Like, I wanted to put hands on him. And I'm not even that type of person. Once I started seeing those signs, I was like, no, something's got to give. Because I don't want to have to be somebody I'm not, or change to be something I'm not. And I don't want him to feel like he has to change to be someone that I want. Because my thing is that I didn't want to keep going out places by myself. I wanted him to come with me. I wanted to be able to do things together as a couple. If I'm always going out doing things by myself, what's the point? I want to be able to share my memories with you, not do them by myself. That defeats the purpose. Because then am I living for just me, or am I living for us? Are you gonna throw it in my face later that we didn't do anything together? Like, I don't know. It's just confusing.
What
What a tragedy.
what attracted you to this dude?
Oh.
So back when I was 17 and he was 18, we met in high school. I saw him around school. I thought he was cute. I actually reached out to him. It was the first time I ever reached out to somebody and told them. I know, right? I usually always had someone come after me. This is the first time I was like, nah, screw this. And I went after him.
Amen.
He I guess thought I was cute, and he messaged me back, and we went on a date. Our first date was Nuri Point. And what I really loved about him was he, at least at the time, genuinely loved me for me. It was the first time that I didn't feel like somebody was using me for my body. He was attracted to the fact of who I was as a person, and I appreciated the fact that he took the time to listen to how I felt and the things that I was going through. Then
Take notes, fellas.
Then there was a point in time where he felt comfortable enough to ask me if I wanted to have sex. He was actually really cute about it. It was adorable. And I said, yeah. I thought it was adorable that he asked me. And then it happened.
Excuse me, would you like to have sex?
Yes, basically.
Would you like to have sex?
Yes, basically what that's
He said,
literally.
may I please have a crumb of pussy?
I can't stand you. I can't stand you at all. You are so stupid.
May I please have some more?
You're a butt. You're an actual butt.
I would like to indulge in coitus, please.
I would like to indulge.
I'm dead. So, we were in a very loving relationship back then, and then something his dad said to my dad caused my dad to tell me to break up with him or he was gonna kick me out of the house. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know why he would think I lied about that, but even to this day he doesn't believe that. Even though I know that's what he said, it scarred me. So of course I would remember that. So at the time I was so like hurt and distraught, and I knew deep in my soul he was the one for me because of how beautiful everything evolved and like the love that was there and the connection and like the little like tidbits of what we would say and how we would say them, like just all of the movie magic stuff that you see in the movies, it would happen to us. That's how it felt. So for 5 years, he didn't get with anybody else. Like he had sex with people, but he said that the connection was never the same. That it wasn't me. His brother even said that. He said that. His brother told me that like he never saw anybody the way that he saw you.
Oh, I was about to say, he ain't fucking his brother. I was like, damn.
Yikes. So,
He said it just wasn't the same.
so
It hit different. It just hit different, dog.
I can't stand you guys at all.
It's just hit different, bro.
Hit different, brother.
It ain't Naomi, no.
It ain't her.
I mean, it's my homie, but not Naomi.
I knew your ass was gonna say that at some point. Everyone tries to say Naomi and homie and put it in a sentence. Y'all are dumb. Y'all dumb.
Homie, but ain't Naomi.
I'm crying, bro. I'm dead, bro. Deceased.
He finally used my word.
Deceased.
Deceased.
You know what I mean?
Ain't no way, brother.
I was joking, yo.
All right. So you had past dealings with him,
Right.
and
then
then
I
your
went-
pops was on some, nah,
Right.
and you ended up finding that other douchebag
Mm-hmm.
that you was talking to me about way back.
Yeah, the abuser.
Yeah,
The abuser, yeah.
that guy.
Keep going, I got a chance.
That was 1.5 years of every form of abuse you could think of in one person. I was smacked, choked out, held under cold water till I couldn't breathe and was choking. Literally beat my arm senseless till it was black and blue from like the shoulder down to my elbow, this thick, like as wide as my arm, all because I dropped energy drinks. Like crazy. It was ridiculous.
What
like
the fuck?
this is the one that for 4 years he was abused, so I guess his mind twisted it and made him think that abuse was normal. So he would keep saying that he was sorry, that he would change, but he wouldn't. He would always know the right things to say to keep me, to the point where I kept believing that he would change. I kept thinking that I could say or do something different that would make it work, and it wouldn't.
That's narcissism.
Yes, that one is definitely.
That's
No, he
narcissism.
definitely actually was a narcissist, for sure. That one definitely was. This one is tendencies. That one actually was. He didn't give a fuck about your feelings. All he wanted was what he wanted. It was all about him, his feelings, fuck your feelings, fuck you. So that one was different.
Yeah.
So the reason why I brought up my best friend Amber, sorry, because I never ended up even finishing that, is because she can see the potential and can see that the love is there and that it can be true love. It's just that there's obstacles in the way. Realistically, I know that I would never get over him only because of the love and the friends that we've shared. Like, I will always love him no matter what. I just, with how things went down, it's not possible right now, even if I wanted it to be.
I get it.
And I guess that's why the confusion with the, you know what I'm saying, happened, because it's like, I want that, but he needs to also put the effort into changing. The entire relationship, I've been putting the effort by going into therapy and talking about my flaws and the things that I done wrong, that I know I did wrong. And he needs to do the same.
He ain't gonna change if you keep giving him a.
I understand, but that's why the distance needs to happen.
Yeah.
You also have to create that distance while you're there,
Well, that's why I said I try to stay out of the house as much as possible.
even while you're in the house.
Well, I'm not usually in the house because I'm always working.
I feel you.
If I'm not working, then I'm always helping people around, so I am not usually home.
Listen. I feel you. Porn is there. I can't use it, so I bought a porn blocker. So you gotta embrace that same thing where it's like, okay, it's there very easily. I can go. Yeah, I can't watch it on my phone like that, but I can watch it on my computer, which doesn't have a blocker on it. But I have to. It's a lot easier to not do that now because I've already installed that discipline into myself. So while yes, it is difficult because he's right there, you have to do it because he's right there. Feel me?
Yeah.
So it's and it hurts as hell. I can see you right now. You pain right now. You in fucking agony. You hear that shit? That's the reality of the situation. Like my ex, listen. My ex lives up the block from me. No funny. I drive by her spot. I drive by her street on the way home. So it's. I still be on the look. Like I be saying her name and shit. Like 'cause it's like she's ingrained in my head. She ain't going nowhere. Like she was on the podcast how many times? So she's part of my history. So I have to live with that. My mother, as a matter of fact, asked me the other day because she's in my intro with this dude during the Father's Day episode. So I see her and it's like, damn. You know, that was part of my life. Fine piece of ass, but that's part of my life. I gotta, you know, it happened.
He said a fine piece of ass.
I respect it.
You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. You know what I mean?
I mean, to you, brother, that's all that matters.
You making fun of my ex, dog?
Yeah, and what?
I ain't.
Wow.
And what? I fucks with you, Anastasia. You already know what time
You know
it
what I
is.
mean? She knows what time it is, too. That's why, like, I mean, let's be real about it. We're all adults here. But that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, you got to, you know, no matter what happens, I can't be your friend. I can't be your friend. This is how it is. Because it's so fucking painful. Like, it's like, I couldn't imagine me. And she said in the text, like, yo, when I told her I can't be your friend, she's like, I know you don't want to be simpy, dimpy, this and that. And I'm like,
It ain't shit to do with being simp.
Well, that too.
Oh, yeah, kinda.
Because, like, think about it, bro. I'm over here dying on the inside. Meanwhile, we're still doing shit that we kind of did while we were together.
Right.
And I'm just supposed to act like everything's copacetic.
Right.
It doesn't make no sense. So, no, fuck out of here. You have to figure it out now. You got to figure it out by yourself. That you chose that. You felt this way. You know, I understand, but I can't do what you fucking try to put me into.
Right.
And how dare you, but this and that, that's, and I haven't talked to her since fucking July. You know? So it's, I hear where you come from, but I'm not in the same situation, but again. Like,
It's also, I met, like, most of his family already. His niece is attached to me, so even if we weren't together, he would still have to see me. It's not avoidable. That's what also is the factor is I am a part of the family. I am literally family. No matter what, I'm not leaving. Because His father loves me. His stepmother loves me. Like, it's more complicated than just what it is.
Have you ever talked to the parents about your situation?
Yes, actually, and they're on my side. Sadly enough, they understand. They understand because he had to deal with him because he wouldn't do what he needed to do to progress in life. That's why I say he has nowhere to go, because his dad's not gonna do that again. So like they understand that he needs to do more for himself in life. He's so used to just being given things that then he unintentionally takes advantage of it because he's so used to just being given things. That's why I'm trying to create the distance, because it's like you need to understand, like, there's parts of a relationship where I can't just give you stuff. Like, you need to either, one, earn it, or two, you need to learn how to be okay with yourself and love yourself. I can't always be that safety blanket to, like, give you that love and affection. You have to also love yourself. Let's say I die tomorrow. You then still have to learn how to love yourself, because then if I genuinely am the only one you want, and you're not going to take the effort to want somebody else,
It's too late.
then
You're
how are you
fine.
going to feel? You're just going to be miserable the rest of your life? That's not fair to yourself. You have right to love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He has very good qualities, and I know that he does give a shit about the people in his life. He just has to learn that it's okay to fail. It doesn't make you a failure.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right to hit rock bottom and suck at everything if that's how you feel. But you have to learn to get back up.
Mm-hmm.
You can't allow it to eat you, because then you're just going to hurt everybody around you, including yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn that. I had to be okay with being wrong. I had to be okay with taking responsibility for my actions. I had to be okay with not knowing something. But as long as I fix it, then it's okay. If I don't fix it, then it's a problem. I really want to stop crying.
Well, we can stop talking about your
No, it's not
ex.
even you. I'm just emotional. I'm just an emotional
I
person.
get it. You're going, yeah.
Take some water. You're going to dehydrate.
Yeah, bro.
Not too late.
It's a lot of
Probably
shit
am
that
already
you're going
dehydrated.
through. There's a lot of shit that you're going through.
Long story short, tips for any relationship: communication is key. We've said that about 3 or 4 times if you go back. 2, you have to have some type of understanding of others' feelings. You can't just be me. You have to understand that the other person has feelings too, and that you need to communicate and work together on everything. Things can't be one-sided. There has to be either compromise, or you have to come to some type of agreement for things to be okay. If it ends up being one-sided, there's gonna be resentment. I guess as long as, like, you have trust and communication and you love each other, then it should be able to work out. But the main thing is you must love yourself. You can't get anywhere until you love yourself. Because once you love yourself, no one can tell you what. You are the shit, and you ain't gonna let nobody tell you otherwise.
Unless you're not the shit. You ain't even the fart. Ha.
Ha, ha, ha.
Ha. Nah, go ahead.
What about you? You ain't.
Yeah, you haven't said nothing. We back. We haven't said shit.
Damn it.
You think we forgot?
Y'all almost there.
I just didn't say shit. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I had to use the bathroom, so, like, I just let it slide.
Oh, yeah.
But you're definitely going first, and then we'll end it on some happy tones.
What?
You
Are we
fast.
speaking on relationships like exes and shit like
You
that?
could talk about whatever love-related. Could be exes, could be love, period, could be what you're doing for Valentine's Day, anything.
Love is a strong word.
It is.
It's a very strong word that I feel like that should never be used lightly.
Never.
You know what I
You
mean?
would destroy people that way.
So it's like my situation, I got a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm very happy with her at this moment.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? There was times that I was not feeling it. not feel in a relationship or whatever. You know what I mean?
Ups
But
and downs.
you feel me? But we definitely had to communicate so we could work shit out. You know what I mean?
Number
That's
6
something
or
that
7 that we
I
said.
didn't have with my ex. You know what I mean? Because every time we get to communicating, the communicating gets to the fighting. So,
Is it a tit for tat situation?
something like that. Like,
And the fate leads to the fucking.
you know what I mean? like, bro, like,
Angry sex is.
yeah, nah, yeah, it
There
goes
is-
right out. Nah, you ain't even lying. That's
It's
how
true,
it
yeah.
legit
And makeup
went.
sex usually is like, whoa.
I ain't saying makeup.
No. I was just saying like.
No, I'm talking about
it's-
angry sex.
No, like hate sex.
like you.
Angry sex.
I'ma pound the stupid out of ya.
You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, type
You
of vibe.
gon' take
You know
this
what I
shit.
mean? You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro?
take out the frustration.
Exactly.
I'm gonna make you
know-
good again.
I wouldn't say good again.
I'm-
I wouldn't say good
messing.
again, but how
I'm
about that?
messing.
I thought that, though. I thought that, bro.
Recorrect your
But
bullshit.
you feel me? You feel me? But besides,
I'm not even gonna lie, hate sex is pretty good.
but besides,
There is such a thing as
but
a
besides
thin line
the
between
point.
love and hate. Believe me, I
Facts.
know.
Facts.
Got you.
But besides
That's me
the point,
and my situation. It was definitely a thin line between love and hate. It would fluctuate, let me tell you what. But I 100% know for fact I love that man dearly.
well, facts.
With all of me.
Well, I felt that. But word, motherfucking, I had my ups and downs, and for the single people, you know what I'm saying? No, I tell my boy this all the fucking time, bro. Y'all could listen to me. Y'all don't need to listen to me. Listen, bro, you too young to be worried about a relationship right now. Real G shit, bro. You should be making your money and fucking these bitches, bro.
I'm dead.
Bro.
He said, fuck bitches, get money, yeah.
I would say, like real G shit, and ain't nothing wrong to wanting something. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, you are a young motherfucking. Some women would say that you are a cute and handsome man. You feel me?
I have been
so
told
it's
that a
exactly.
number
So
of
it's just
times.
like, bro, like you don't need to worry about no relationship. You gotta love yourself, make your money, and have fun, because that ass, bro, you can't be moping around wondering what the fuck, what could have happened, what could have been, what should have been. Because
Shoulda,
that
woulda,
ass,
coulda.
bro, like that ass, bro, we could leave tomorrow. We could
Right.
leave, we could die tomorrow. And everything that happens would never have mattered
Yep.
anymore. You know what I'm saying,
Past is
bro?
the past for a reason.
So it's
It
just
doesn't
like,
define you, but it shapes you.
you feel me? So it's just like, yo, like, you for you, son, you single too. Listen, you make your money, fuck these bitches and niggas. You feel me?
You put my whole business out there saying I do
All these
both.
bitch ass niggas.
All these bitch ass niggas.
Nah, don't fuck with the bitch ass niggas. They gon' hurt you, bro. These niggas, these bitch ass niggas are bitch ass niggas, bro.
I mean, yeah, niggas can be bitches and bitches can be niggas.
You know what I'm saying? But real G
It's a
shit,
song.
bro. But real G shit though, motherfucking y'all niggas is young, bro, making money. You know what I'm saying? Fuck these hoes.
Just make sure that you love yourself.
You feel me? Love yourself, homie. For real, like you love yourself, and that's all that's gonna matter. You gonna find that one. That one is gonna love you for you. They will, bro. They definitely will, bro. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be in the next couple months, bro. May not be years, but that ass, bro, it's gonna happen. But in that time, bro, that ass, bro, do you, bro? For real. Cause ain't no woman or ain't no man is gonna be in your coffin when you gone.
I mean, they do make coffins for two people.
That's if y'all die at the same gosh darn time. Or, like, you feel me? Like, even then, bro, they ain't gonna be no one with you in there in the one coffin, bro. It ain't gonna. Realistically, it ain't happening, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So it's like, bro, be happy. Make your
Don't
money.
worry. Be happy.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Make sure you're good. Love yourself before you try to love anybody else, because that will destroy you and the other person that you with.
Yup.
And then it's gonna be a line of a lot of people not loving themselves and destroying other people because they gonna think they gonna date again, and then they hurt the other person, and then there's a recycled line. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking people hurting themselves and not loving themselves and shit. So word, bro. I'm happy where I'm at right now. Motherfucking Valentine's Day. Fuck a Valentine's Day.
Fuck on a Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I'm just seized.
Bro, yeah.
Why not?
Fuck a Valentine's
No, it's
Day.
just- it's
Fuck
funny
on
the
a
way you said it.
Valentine's
It's
Day.
great.
You know what I'm saying?
And don't let
Motherfucking
Valentine's Day be the only day that you give a fuck.
Gangster.
You sound like my brother.
Gangster.
Like, make sure that, like, of course, make that day special, but don't make that the only day that it's special. Like,
Yeah.
make sure that every day that you show that person you care.
And for the broke boys and girls that can't give up anything for Valentine's Day, y'all know what to give up.
With the booty.
You know exactly what to give up, guys. Darn it.
You get with the
You know what I mean?
you take on the floor, you won't like it.
Oh, yes.
Chill, brother. Chill, brother. That's Mo's giving you tips. Mo's giving you tips.
Shout out to my son Mo from
There
Six
is
Bastard.
no wrong
And a shout out to the R&B Lounge. You feel me?
Lounge.
Shouts out to the R&B Lounge.
Period. Duchess Turnpike.
677 Duchess
just said
Turnpike.
I'm going to say this
Duchess
real quick
Turnpike.
before we close out. If you broke, make the most of what you got. Don't feel fucked up. We all broke. There's a way to make the most of what you got. If spaghetti is all you got,
Then you
we
made
eat
that
spaghetti with some meatballs. Tonight. That's right. Maybe a little rump roast.
Yum.
Fuck's wrong with you? I make jokes I'm a dude. You a chick. You're supposed to be this funny.
That's fucked up. That's sexist as shit. I'm funny as fuck.
I know. That's why I
Thank
said
you.
it. That's why I said it.
Dick.
Except for the fellas, you gotta serve your lady fucking spaghetti meat and underwear
I'm
sauce.
about to say a cock meat sandwich.
Boy, I was like, extra mayo. Not this nigga. Not the cock meat sandwich. Not the cock meat sandwich.
Cock meat sandwich.
Not the cock meat
Ain't
sandwich.
no way, bro.
Would you rather have the balls on the moon?
It's time to go
It's
home.
time to go.
It's time to go home.
Anybody else?
The roast beef souffle.
Beef souffle.
More like inflamed.
Inflamed.
Not no souffle. What the fuck?
Listen,
Anybody else closing remarks? No.
listen. Hold on. Because I didn't really get to shout them out like I really wanted to shout them out.
Bet. Go.
But shout out R&B Lounge once more. You know what I'm saying? They treat us real well over here.
Poughkeepsie, New York.
For real. Motherfucking 677 Duchess Turnpike.
We've now said it multiple times.
Yeah, we said it multiple times, but
And we gonna say it again.
Yeah, they need to hear it. They need to hear it. They
Come
gotta know
drop
it.
your asses here.
Yeah, pull up if y'all want to be able to get some good cheap drinks. If you like wings, the wings is fire. You know what I'm saying?
How fire are they?
Listen, it's $1 a wing.
What? Excuse me? I'll have 10. Let me stop.
You know,
When I have the
Like,
money,
yeah.
I'll come back with more money first.
but like for real, son, it's a great vibe here. Pull up. If you ain't here, you're queer.
The place where you can play Twister with your mister.
He loves it now.
Thank you very much for watching.
I don't know why you had to look at me like that, bro.
I was trying to.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I was trying to not speak on it.
Stay
and
up,
you said I
stay
had to laugh.
Don't be silly. Don't rap, you Willie.
Remember, whoa, fuck.
Smash!